Hi, it's Mark Bossert from Top Local Lead Generation. We're here today talking with Gary Waight. Gary's the owner of DJ Boogie Shoes in Vancouver. How are you doing today, Gary?
I'm doing very well, Mark. How's yourself?
Good, good. So we're going to be talking about some of the frequently asked questions that you get fired at you all the time. So I guess we'll start with the big one. How much does it cost to get a DJ?
Well, Mark, I have a number of different price ranges, including budget pricing starting at 529. But however, a client shouldn't really look at the price at the moment. They really have a problem they want to get solved. They want some good entertainment. So it's best to really sit down with your DJ or KJ and speak with them so that they kind of get a vision of what it is that you want to happen at your event. This way you can be more sure that you're going to get what you're looking for in terms of the fun factor, and all the equipment will be there to materialize at the price that is appropriate to your requirements. One of the things that I always caution my clients is cheap DJs going for $300 or less. We all know how much it costs to rent a car, not to rent a car, but to own a car. It's expensive. It's no deal to you if the DJ can't get to your event because his car breaks down on the way. And also in terms of equipment, my speakers are $1,000 each or more. So to keep those upkept, $300 an event is just not going to do it. So you're taking a chance on that one.
So I guess a common question would be if at those kind of prices and higher, I'm sure, then people are going to ask you, well, can you not charge me the GST?
Yeah, I do get that, and oddly enough, I get that from the people who are looking for the budget service. Really, when you think about it, the GST, it's a legal obligation by businesses to pay the government their fair share, and realistically, the GST is only a few dollars. It's really not that much of a burden, and it is used to help beautify our country and keep it nice and clean. We all agree we live in a beautiful country, so why not help keep it that way? I always like to caution clients that if a music services, or any services really, is dishonest enough to cheat the government with their fair share, how can you be sure that they're going to be honest with you?
So I guess down to the actual event itself, do you customize the music experience for what, if it's a different age group of people or couple, or how does that work?
Well, there again, it's very important to sit down with your KJ or your DJ and talk about the event. My process is that I like to do a lot of note taking. I like to do a lot of questions, a lot of listening to you as to what it is that you're looking for, and then clarifying back to make sure that we're on the same page. My motto is we listen to you and get it right on your big night, and we really do. Once we get all that information clarified, I take my experience of over 1,800 successful weddings and events, offer suggestions, put in the time frame, the budget, and how we can go through to achieve what it is that you want. And once we have actually kind of mapped that out somewhat, we actually get down to the actual strategy of going through a checklist, which I have prepared, that will take you from the very beginning of your event right to the very end, and plug the music in or put the music in that will really make you shine at your event.
So what can you do to get my guests to dance?
Well, that's a good one. I sometimes I get that one, and it really there's a number of factors. One, it's kind of like having a goal. How much effort do you want to put into achieve that goal? You can't force a horse to drink. You can bring him to the water hole, but you can't force him to drink. But you can facilitate dancing, and there are a few ways to do that. And one of the most important, the key ones, for example, at a wedding, is the bride and groom. If the bride and groom don't dance, your guests are not going to dance. If the bride and groom don't see this as a celebration of a very special time in their life, then the guests will feel that. They will sense that. And they won't be so inclined to enjoy themselves either. The best events are where the bride and groom dance. And that also holds true for company events, CEOs or upper management. If upper management doesn't look like they're having fun, then your staff will kind of see, this is not really a celebration. I got to maybe watch what I'm doing, kind of a thing. So whether you're the bride or groom or you're head of the company, get in there and enjoy yourself, and then your staff and your guests will as well. practical examples for a bride and groom is basically to start off with a couple of good songs that you like to dance to and you think that your guests might like to dance to. So you'll feel really good about dancing to it, and then your guests will see that and they'll do that as well. If your guests are not strong in dancing, you may want to try an audience involvement activity to break up the dancing. You could have like somewheres in the middle a twist contest or a hula hoop contest where you get the audience involved.
Chicken dance.
Yeah, chicken. Well, yeah, everybody does the chicken dance, but it works. But not a lot of people are doing the hula hoops anymore. That's kind of old school. Not a lot of people have forgotten about it. But when you bring out the hula hoops, hula hoop. So they're right into it, right on that. Even the ones who can hula hoop. And you could have say for example, the bride and groom against the bridal party, or the bridal party against some of the guests, or the bride of the groom and the father of the groom against the father and mother of the bride. Anything like that, any kind of dance-offs or events where you actually kind of have a little competition there is always a lot of fun. We used to do this in our Vegas show. We used to have air guitar contests, and they went over big. They went over huge. People love to be involved, so get the guests involved. I mean, you can even start this right from the very beginning of the event. You can actually start out the event at the reception or at the dinner, a scavenger hunt, where people at the table might not know each other very well, but the scavenger hunt gets them to work together in a team to a common goal. And you can use this to also pick which group is going to go to the buffet table first. The winner of the scavenger hunt, the second winner, etc. So it's a lot of great ways to do that. So there's tons of ways besides that you can do it. So those are just some examples.
That's great, Gary. I think that really gives us a view of the kind of energy and commitment that you put forward to really help people have a great time at their wedding, and I really want to thank you for this. We'll talk to you again next week.
Okay, thank you very much. See you soon.
Thanks.